Ground, good day.
Good day, go ahead.
At parking. Information. Lima, read to copy.
You are cleared to Whiskey, India, Mike, via Echo, Golf, Papa, Oscar, 1, Juliet, 4,000 feet. Contact when ready to start.
Cleared to Whiskey, India, Mike, via Echo, Golf, Papa, Oscar, 1, Juliet, 4,000 feet. When ready to start.
Redback is correct.
Cabin crew. Prepare doors for departure and cross-check.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you haven't already done so, please stow or carry on luggage underneath the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin. Please take your seat and fasten your seatbelt, and also make sure your seat back and folding trays are in their full upright position. If you are seated next to an emergency exit, please read carefully the special instructions card located by your seat. If you do not wish to perform the functions described in the event of an emergency, please ask a flight attendant to reseat you. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is prohibited on the entire aircraft, including the lavatories. Tampering with, disabling or destroying the lavatory smoke detectors is prohibited by law. If you have any questions about our flight today, please don't hesitate to ask one of our flight attendants. Thank you.
Ground. Request start up.
Startup approved. Report when ready to taxi.
Startup approved. Call you back when ready to taxi. Ground. Request pushback.
Pushback approved at own discretion.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the crew, we request your full attention as the flight attendants demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you. Note that the nearest exit may be behind you. Count the number of rows to this exit. Should the cabin experience sudden pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from the cabin crew. Oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose, like this. Pull the strap to tighten it. If you are traveling with children, make sure that your own mask is on first before helping your children. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing and evacuation, leave your carry-on items behind. Life rafts are located below your seats and emergency lighting will lead you to your closest exit and slide. We ask that you make sure that all carry-on luggage is stowed away safely during the flight. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety data card in the seat pocket in front of you.
Ground. Request taxi.
Taxi to holding point runway 16 center.
Roger. Taxi to holding point runway 16 center. Ground. Holding point runway 16 center.
Contact tower on 124.300.
Roger. Contact tower on 124.300. Tower. Good day. Holding point runway 16 center. Ready for departure.
Wind 0, 0, 0 degrees. 0 knots. Clear for takeoff runway 16 center. Report leaving 3,000 feet.
Clear for takeoff runway 16 center. Call you back passing 3,000 feet. Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff.
We are now ready for takeoff. Please make sure your seat belts are fastened and all baggage is secured underneath your seat or in the overhead compartments. We also ask that your seats and table trays are in the upright position for takeoff. Please switch to airplane mode all personal electronic devices, including laptops and cell phones. Enjoy your flight.
Flaps. V1. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Full established runway. 16 right. Hotel 961. Tower, leaving 3,000 feet.
Airborne at 15. Contact. Radar on 123.900.
Contact. Radar. On. 123.900. Radar. 3,000 feet. Inbound. Juliet Delta. Tree 6. Bravo.
Radar contact. Waypoint Juliet Delta Tree 6 Bravo.
India Bravo Alpha 1 24403 to Juliet
Radar, Romeo, Hotel 67059, good day, just airborne. Romeo, India, Bravo, Alpha 1, Juliet, climbing 0 feet. Romeo, Hotel 67059, radar contact, climbing 0 feet. Direct to Juliet, Delta, Tree 6, Bravo, heading 16715.
Control. 2,900 feet. Inbound. Delta 154.
Radar contact. Waypoint Delta 154 heading 068.
Control. 3,000 feet. Inbound. Tango, Oscar, Charlie.
Radar contact. Waypoint Tango Oscar Charlie heading 098.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign and you may now move around the cabin. However, we always recommend to keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated. In a few moments, the flight attendants will be passing around the cabin to offer you hot or cold drinks, as well as a snack. Alcoholic drinks are also available. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you.
Control. Flight level. Tree, 5, tree. Inbound. November, Oscar, Mike, Romeo, uniform.
Radar contact. Waypoint November, Oscar, Mike, Romeo, uniform, heading 104.
In a few moments, the flight attendants will be passing around the cabin to offer you hot or cold drinks, as well as dinner. Alcoholic drinks are also available. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you.
Control. Flight level. Tree, 5-1, inbound. Echo, Romeo, Delta, Alpha, X-ray.
Radar contact. Waypoint. Echo, Romeo, Delta, Alpha, X-ray. Heading 104.
Control. Flight level. Tree, 5-1, inbound. Bravo, Oscar, Lima, Uniform, Romeo.
Radar contact. Waypoint. Bravo, Oscar, Lima, Uniform, Romeo, heading 103.
Control. Flight level. Tree, 5-1, inbound. Oscar, Sierra, India, Romeo, India.
Radar contact. Waypoint. Oscar, Sierra, India, Romeo, India, heading 107.
Control. Flight level. Tree, 5-0, inbound. Foxtrot, November, 04.
Radar contact. Waypoint. Foxtrot, November 04, heading 110.
Control. Flight level. Tree, 5-2. Inbound. Delta, Uniform, Golf, Oscar, Sierra.
Radar contact. Waypoint. Delta, Uniform, Golf, Oscar, Sierra, heading 110.
Control. Flight level. Tree, 5-1. Inbound. Delta, Uniform, Bravo, Tango, Alpha.
Radar contact. Waypoint. Delta, Uniform, Bravo, Tango, Alpha, heading 087.
In a few moments, the flight attendants will be passing around the cabin to offer you hot or cold drinks, as well as breakfast. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you.
Control. Flight level. Tree, 5-2. Inbound. Tango, Oscar, Delta.
Radar contact. Waypoint. Tango, Oscar, Delta, heading 127.
Class.
Degrees, 2 knots. Clear to land runway 05.
Tower. Good day. Full established runway. 05.
Good day. Wind 181 degrees. 4 knots. Clear to land runway 05.
Clear to land runway. 05. Cabin crew. Prepare for landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just been cleared to land at our destination. Please make sure one last time your seatbelt is securely fastened. The flight attendants are currently passing around the cabin to make a final compliance check and pick up any remaining cups and glasses. Thank you.
Down.
Whiskey 76766, wind 176 degrees, knots 5.
Tower. Runway vacated.
Contact. Ground. On. 130 decimal. 300.
Roger. Ground. On. 130 decimal. 300. Ground. Runway. 05. Vacated. Request taxi to gate.
Roger. Continue taxi to gate.
Wilco.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your destination. For your safety and the safety of those around you, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and keep the aisles clear until we are parked at the gate. Please use caution when opening the overhead compartments and removing items, since articles may have shifted during flight.
Reach parking area, switching off. Zulu, Whiskey, 76766, Roger. Good day. Ground, Uniform, Whiskey, 1555, good day. Uniform, you are clear to Whiskey, India, Mike, Kilo, 1000 feet. Contact when ready to start. Clear to Whiskey, India, Mike.
Ground. Approaching gate, switching off.
Roger. Close sat. 2 tree.
Have a nice day.